1944, Reese Taylor was a young wife and a mother. She was just walking home from a church service she'd attended in Abbeville, Alabama, when she was abducted by 6 armed white men, raped and left blindfolded by the side of the road, coming home from church.
Hi, my name is Tarana Burke, and I'm the founder of the MeToo movement. We founded MeToo over a decade ago to support young women of color in the community we live who were survivors of sexual violence. In the years since we started, we've expanded to support adults and people across the gender spectrum who have been holding the trauma of sexual violence for many, many years.
Tarana Burke is an African-American civil rights activist from the Bronx, New York. She started this movement with the phrase "Me Too" due to her past and biography. Coming from the low-wealth places of New York, she's a victim of sexual harassment. With the passing of the years, Tarana has encountered herself with different girls with stories like hers. And in 2003, she started the idea of a social movement to help these girls. Ever since, Burke has shared the message with survivors everywhere. You're not alone, this happened to me too.
In 2006, during the presidency of George Bush, the movement just started. He was a president whose form of government and standards were opposed to the interests of women in many ways, did not help with financing programs for helping women, and they were generally limited with the right as a society. When the movement arose in 2017, women got tired of their president that had come since many years before, and eventually got tired of what was happening in front of their eyes and had been denied, unspoken, and lied about for many, many decades.
They use certain methods to transmit this message, as Oprah in the Golden Globes speech, or in social media, because it is where most people pass their time realizing all the news that happen in the world and make conscience about it. Everything started on Twitter when women started using the hashtag MeToo, sharing posts of the sexual violence that exists, to give people a sense of magnitude of the problem. It became so popular and shared by other famous people that it was also exposed by the New York Times, using more than 12 million times the hashtag for making the great change.
Ever since the President Donald Trump is in office, there's been a lot of social discontent, especially from women, which are the ones that have been more affected due to his opinions related with the minimization of the female. In the economic spectrum, there is still a difference of treatment in the field work with wages, work abuses, among other things. Society has made several feminist strikes for getting noticed and demand that either men and women are worth the same and deserve the same respect and civil rights. Since 2016, there has been numerous of social movements and dissatisfaction from the American people, which has brought several problems to the perception of the current government.
The MeToo movement gets funds only from the nation, and the objective status is that since the movement is quite new, the objective has been addressed more than ever, but still hasn't been eradicated. It's a movement that is currently being worked out. We believe in the importance of MeToo, since it's a movement that represents women and men of our present. It teaches to heal and to prevail during our darkest times. It's about educating the youth so that these problems can be eradicated and together create a sense of empathy, love, and respect.
We do this through 2 ideas. One is called empowerment through empathy. We believe in the power of empathy to support people. When 2 people exchange the words "Me Too," it is literally an exchange of empathy between people that says, "I hear you, I see you, and I believe you."
So I want all the girls watching here and now to know that a new day is on the horizon. And when that new day finally dawns, it will be because of a lot of magnificent women, many of whom are right here in this room tonight, and some pretty phenomenal men fighting hard to make sure that they become the leaders who take us to the time when nobody ever has to say "Me Too" again.